On today's First Time Buyer channel, here's a question. What score do you need to purchase a home? Hey, welcome back. Enrique here with First West Financial. I am a mortgage broker right here in Southern California, and I help people get finance for houses. That's right, I work with first-time buyers and help them become homeowners. Now, buying a home can be difficult and it can be very, very confusing. And for first-time buyers, it's even worse because there's so much information out there. So the First Time Buyer channel is going to give you all the information you need to become a homeowner. We have great topics, everything from credit, income qualifications, how to find the perfect home, how to get the best rate, etc. So don't forget, hit subscribe or go check out the rest of our videos. We have phenomenal videos that are going to teach you a lot, especially if you are in the process of buying a home. Today, we're going to answer a very important question. What credit score do I need to become a homeowner? There is a lot of misinformation about this. A lot of people will tell you, well, you need this score or that score, and most of it is going to be incorrect. So we are going to unpack this topic and we're going to talk about it, and hopefully you'll be able to walk away with some answers about where you are on your credit score. And at the end, I'm going to tell you what is the best way to get the correct credit score for yourself. So we start by telling you that what is a credit score? A credit score is a number that the agencies such as Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian are going to give you. It's a number, and that number is going to be determined by your credit history and by your credit worthiness. So theoretically, if you have a really, really good credit history, if you pay everything on time, you have the right trade lines, you maintain your credit spotless, you're going to have a high credit score. That's a number that is going to be over 700, 780, 790, 800, 810. Those are phenomenally high scores. Now, if you, on the other hand, have had some blemishes on your credit, maybe a bankruptcy, maybe a foreclosure, maybe you got behind on your bills, maybe you have collections, student loans that are not paid, things like that, your score is going to suffer as a result of it. And of course, the score is going to drop. So if somebody calls me and says, you know, I'm in the 510, 520, 580, 590, we consider those scores to be less than ideal to purchase a home. Now, every program that you go to is going to have a different requirement. For example, if you're looking at purchasing a home with a government loan versus a conventional financing, you're going to need different minimum scores. Now, every single bank is going to set an overlay. We call that an overlay. That's a rule where they say, hey, we will take this score as the minimum number. For example, on FHA doesn't really have a minimum score requirement, but banks do. So some banks say, you know what, I'm not going to take any loans that have a 620 score or lower. And then I have other banks that says, no, we only want the top tier customers. We want score 680 or better. And then we have other banks that specialize in helping people with credit issues that say, you know what, we'll take 620, 600, we'll go down to 580 in some cases on government loans. So that tells you that there isn't necessarily a specific number. What you're looking for is the correct lender that is going to match you with the correct bank. So here's the process and how it works. The first thing we encourage you to do is make an appointment to speak to a mortgage broker like ourselves. So if you are in California, you would give us a call or you would reach out to us. And the first thing we would do is we would have an interview with you. We'll ask you a few questions about, you know, your situation, your income, your assets, and your credit. We would then run a credit report that is going to give you an accurate score. What does that mean? Why do I say an accurate score? Well, there's a lot of places out there that you can get a score. You know, I don't have to name any names, but there's a lot of things online that you can get your free credit report, get your free credit score. Some of those are not accurate. It's just that simple. They use different scoring models. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to apply for credit cards. So forget that. Go to a mortgage broker like ourselves. We will run the correct credit score and we're going to tell you what that score is. Most mortgage brokers, I would say all mortgage brokers, are going to go a step further. They're going to do an analysis and tell you, based on your score, what are some of the things that you can do immediately to improve. For example, you can pay down some of the balances. Maybe you can remove yourself from some authorized credit accounts. I don't know. Everybody is different. But don't go out and do it on your own. Make sure that a mortgage professional or a credit professional gives you that guidance. Now, as a broker, I do this every single day. We give people counseling on what to do with their credit, some basic things that they can do. In many cases, it's just paying down some credit cards or some debt that usually takes care of it. But then once we determine what your score is, then we will tell you two things. One, do you qualify or not? Two, what program do you qualify for? And we will send your loan to that particular bank. So if you come in and you say, hey, I want to purchase a home and I'm a first-time buyer, and we run your credit and we notice that your credit is 650, but we can get it down 10 more points to 660, and you don't have a lot of down payment, we're going to find a bank that is going to do a 660 score FHA loan that is going to get you into a house with 3.5% financing. On the other hand, if you have phenomenal credit, let's say you have 810, well, then we're going to find a bank that specializes in giving the best possible rates to people with A+ credit like yourself. So there is no black and white. I would say that ideally, I would like to see you have a credit score of 680 or better for a government loan and 720 or better for conventional, but we can work around those numbers if those scores are not perfect. So how do you get started? How do you find out? Well, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. We're not going to hurt your credit. We just run one bureau. We take a look at it. We give you some decent advice. And now you have a better understanding of what you're doing. A couple of days ago, I spoke to a gentleman who was having a bit of a frustration. He says, I've spoken to 2 lenders. I don't want anyone to run my credit. I went to Credit Karma. They gave me the score. So I went and paid off some collect. And I said, listen, you are all over the place. Everything you're doing is going to hurt you instead of help you. What you need to do is you need to allow me as a professional to give you a diagnosis on your credit. So after a little talking, he was willing to work with us. He allowed us to run his credit. His score didn't drop. Scores really don't drop when you run credit once. And then we were able to give him some guidance. So he's paying down some credit cards. His score is going to go from 660 to 740 in 2 weeks. So that's what we do. I hope that you take an opportunity to give us a call. Reach out to us. This is the First Time Buyer channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Give us a call, 760-488-6482. Have a great day.